She looked me in the eyes and said, "You'll regret this one day." I laughed then. Not cruelly, just the confident laugh of someone who thought he knew better. I'm not laughing now. I'm standing in our old apartment building, 3rd floor, the one with the window that never quite closed all the way. The hallway still smells like someone's cooking garlic downstairs. It's raining. Of course it's raining. And the water streaks down the glass like the building itself is crying. I haven't been here in 7 years. 7 years since I walked away from the only person who ever saw me completely and loved me anyway. The silence here is different now. Heavier. It's the kind of silence that follows a mistake you can't undo. The kind that echoes in your chest long after the words have faded. Her name was Emma. She had this way of tilting her head. When she listened to you, really listened like your words were the most important thing in the world. Her laugh wasn't delicate or rehearsed. It was loud and unfiltered, the kind that made strangers smile on the subway. She drank her coffee black, always too hot, wincing at the first sip every single morning. I used to tease her about it. "One day you'll learn," I'd say. "Some things are worth the burn," she'd reply, her eyes sparkling over the rim of her mug. We met in autumn, when the city smelled like rain and rotting leaves. She was reading Neruda on a bench in Washington Square Park, her scarf the color of rust. I sat down next to her with some terrible pickup line about poetry, and instead of rolling her eyes, she laughed. That laugh. God, that laugh became my favorite sound. For 3 years, we built a life in that tiny apartment. We painted the walls sage green, even though the landlord said no. We cooked pasta at midnight and slow danced in the kitchen to music only we could hear. She'd trace the lines of my palm and tell me I had a long life ahead, full of choices. She just never said they'd all be good ones. The sunlight hit her hair differently in that apartment, gold and copper, like she was made of something precious. I wish I'd noticed it more. I wish I'd noticed her more. The offer came on a Tuesday. San Francisco. A tech startup. Equity. A title that sounded impressive when I said it out loud. Director of Innovation. I remember holding the phone, my hands shaking with excitement. Already imagining the skyline, the salary, the future I'd been chasing since graduation. Emma was folding laundry when I told her. She stopped mid-fold, holding one of my shirts against her chest. "That's amazing," she said, but her voice was small. "We can make this work," I said quickly. "Long distance for a while. Then you can find something out there. A fresh start for both of us." She set the shirt down slowly, deliberately. "I just got promoted, remember? My family's here. My whole life is here." "Your whole life?" The words came out sharper than I intended. "I thought I was your life." She flinched. I saw it but didn't stop. "This is my shot, Em. I can't pass this up. You know how long I've been working toward this." "I do know," she said quietly. "I've been watching you, supporting you. But I can't give up everything I built for a maybe. So I should give up everything I've worked for? For you?" The moment I said it, I wanted to take it back. But pride is a poison that spreads fast. She stood there in our sage green living room, in her old college sweatshirt, looking at me like she was seeing someone she didn't recognize. The rain had started outside. I remember the sound of it against the window that never quite closed. "You already have," she said finally. "You just don't know it yet." I shook my head. "That's not fair." "No," she whispered. "It's not." She walked to the bedroom. I heard drawers opening, closing, the sound of a zipper. When she came back out, she had her overnight bag. "Emma, I need to think," she said. "I need space." "You're being dramatic." She stopped at the door. And that's when she said it, her voice steady but her eyes wet with tears that hadn't fallen yet. "You going to take that job. You're going to get on that plane, and you'll regret it one day. You'll wake up in some beautiful apartment with a view of the bay, and you'll realize you traded everything that mattered for things that don't." I actually smiled. Condescending. "Certain. You don't know that. I know you," she said. "Better than you know yourself." The door closed with a soft click. Not a slam. Emma never slammed doors. That soft click was somehow worse. I heard her footsteps fade down the hallway, the stairwell door opening and closing. Then just the rain. The constant, relentless rain. I told myself she'd be back by morning, that she'd understand. She never came back. The first year in San Francisco, I convinced myself I'd made the right choice. The apartment had floor-to-ceiling windows. The job was challenging, exciting. I went to rooftop parties where people talked about disruption and venture capital. I told myself I was living my best life, but Emma was everywhere. In the coffee shop when a barista asked if I wanted room for cream. In the park when I heard someone really laugh unfiltered and loud. In every bookstore I passed, wondering if she still read Neruda. I couldn't delete our photos. Couldn't bring myself to block her number. Once, 2 years in, I typed out a message at 3 a.m. "I'm sorry, you were right. Can we talk?" My thumb hovered over send for 10 minutes before I deleted it, letter by letter. Pride is a poison. Regret is the cure you're too late to take. By year 4, the job that once excited me felt hollow. The promotions came. The salary increased. But I'd come home to that beautiful apartment with its view of the bay, pour myself a drink I didn't want, and sit in the dark. Sometimes I'd whisper her name just to hear how it sounded in my empty rooms. Emma. It felt like praying to someone who'd stopped listening. Regret has a sound, I learned. For me, it's the echo of her voice in rooms that used to feel like home. It's the silence between songs, the pause before sleep, the space where someone should be but isn't. I thought about her every single day. The way she tilted her head. Her too hot coffee. The gold and copper of her hair in our sage green apartment. "Some things are worth the burn," she'd said. I finally understood what she meant. Last month I flew back to New York for a conference. I told myself I wouldn't come here to our old building. But my feet carried me anyway. The 3rd floor. The window that never quite closed. The door that closed so softly, it broke my heart. I'm standing here now, rain streaking the windows, and I finally let myself feel it all. Every choice. Every moment of arrogance. Every time I chose ambition over presence, success over love, someday over today. There's a new name on the mailbox where ours used to be. I don't know where Emma is now. If she's happy. If she ever thinks of me. If she found someone who chose her first. Every time without hesitation. I hope she did. God, I hope she did. I pull out my phone, and this time I don't delete the message. You were right. About everything. I'm sorry I realized it too late. I press send before I can stop myself. The message delivers but never shows as read. Maybe she changed her number. Maybe she's moved on so completely that a message from a ghost doesn't even register. I hope so. I really do. Because regret isn't just sadness. It's the shadow of love that never fades. It's knowing that somewhere in this city, in some version of the past, there is a sage green apartment where 2 people slow danced in the kitchen to music only they could hear. And one of them was fool enough to walk away. She told me I'd regret it. She was right. She always was. Some words stay with you forever. Hers became my truth. I thought regret was a feeling, something that would fade. But it's not. It's a companion. A reminder. A lifetime of understanding what mattered, one day too late. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. Take care.